Katie Valenzuela.
Here.
Rob Brewer. Be in there. Rob Brewer. Pat Hume.
Here.
Karina Talamontes. Here. Garrett Gatewood.
Here.
Oops. Kevin Spees.
Present.
Mai Vang.
Here.
Patrick Kennedy.
Here.
Phil Cerna.
Here.
Rich Desmond.
Here.
Katie Maple.
Here.
Sean Laloe.
Here.
Sean Farmer. Sue Frost.
Here.
Tim Schaefer.
Here.
Chinua Rhodes.
Here.
That's a quorum with 12 members present. And I'll read the statement. This meeting of the Sacramento Public Library Authority is cablecast live on Metro Cable 14, the local government affairs channel on the Comcast Consolidated Communications and AT&T UVerse cable systems. This meeting is closed captioned and live streamed at metro14live.saccounty.net. Today's meeting will be repeated Saturday, January 14th at 4 p.m. on Channel 14 and can also be viewed on Metro Cable 14's YouTube channel. The meeting will also be recorded via Zoom. A DVD copy will be available upon request no later than 2 weeks following today's meeting. The full agenda, including reports, is available on the library website at www.saclibrary.org. Members of the audience wishing to address the board should raise their hand in the Zoom program. Please speak clearly when addressing the board and state your name for the record. Comments are limited to 3 minutes so that everyone may be heard. Please also note that participation in this teleconference via telephone rather than through the Zoom app may result in your telephone number being visible to the public during the live broadcast and later telecasts of this meeting.
Excellent. I'm going to go ahead and have our newly elected Katie Maple do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Item 2, public comment.
No public comments.
No public comment? All right, excellent. Presentation. Item 3.
Friends of the Sacramento Public Library.
All right. Jared, executive report.
Devon Graves is here.
Excellent.
Hi, everyone. Devon Graves, current Vice President for the Friends of the Sacramento Public Library. Thank you for the opportunity to present to the board. The Friends System Board had its meeting this past Tuesday, and we were able to discuss a couple items. Wanted to bring to your attention that we heard an update from our treasurer, and we're happy to report that we are on very stable financial grounds and have sufficient reserves for the future. For our friends investing in Sacramento Public Library, they authorized an end-of-year campaign to support the Rivka Sass Young Readers Fund. And with the support of 54 donors, we raised over $23,000. And we're looking forward to get updates from the investment committee later this month. With our booked-in report, we had a year-to-date sales for 2022, $319,000. We're excited about the support that we've been receiving from the community. So always looking forward to having folks visit the booked-in and support our efforts there. And a couple other items when we met at our meeting, we had an update and established the official affiliate support committee. And that committee will be made up of 6 members, 3 from the system board and 3 from affiliates. And that committee will work on for a year, tasked with supporting our affiliates across the region on best practices, membership, and fundraising. So we will keep you apprised on the details that come out of that. And then we had a lengthy discussion about book sale guidelines that are being proposed by the library. We appreciate the library, particularly Director Coyle, for being a part of those conversations and being open to continued conversations in partnership with the specific affiliate groups to ensure that these guidelines are and best practices and are communicated fairly and equitably across the region. So with that, that concludes the report on behalf of the Friends of the Sacramento Public Library. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Next item, executive report. Peter.
Thank you, Chair Gatewood and members of the Authority Board. Couple items from the written report I'd like to highlight. The first is that the McClatchy Library is scheduled to have repairs done to it. As we've shared with the Authority Board, the HVAC system in that facility is not sufficient to meet Cal OSHA safety standards for air quality, especially given in light of the COVID pandemic. We've been working very closely with city staff over the last year and change to make that happen. They have finally received a report from a consultant and know the remediation needs to happen to that facility. And so once the weather clears and they have some clear days, they can begin the work on the roof that needs to happen to install some additional equipment and then do the work inside the library. During that time, that'll take about a month once they start that work. The library will be closed to the staff, and we won't be able to issue curbside or do other services during that time. But once that work has been completed, we expect and anticipate that that building will open to the public to be able to use again. So we appreciate the support that the city has given to us. We've worked very closely with city staff and public works who have been very diligent in their efforts. And we know that having this facility closed for so long has been a burden to the members of that community, but we appreciate their patience. And this is something that hopefully once the weather clears, the work can start, but we'll have it back up and running very soon. So we're happy to report that. Other item is that's not necessarily in the report is that our strategic plan for the next couple of years is going to begin. We have signed a contract with our consultant to start that process. That will include community meetings at our various libraries to get community feedback. And as part of that, I'll be reaching out to members of the Authority Board individually to have conversations about the library services and how we can serve the community members that we do serve. The storms that we've been having have luckily not caused too many disruptions to library services. We've had a couple power issues here and there at some locations, but luckily no damage to any facilities with either tree or water intrusion. We did have some damage to the enclosure of the book kiosk at Del Paso Heights, but it was very minor. And actually the enclosure did its purpose, which was to protect the machine. So we'll do some work to fix that enclosure. And one or two locations had some tree limbs that had to be removed. But luckily, no damage to any of our facilities. And as far as we know, our staff have all been safe and not had any issues from the weather. And lastly, knowing that we have so many new Authority Board members, we'll be working to do an orientation with the new cohort of members. The clerk will be reaching out to folks to schedule a time for us to get together and talk about the library and orient folks in terms of how the JPA operates, budget process, and those sorts of things necessary to help you all be successful in your role on the Authority Board.
Mr. Chair, can I interrupt? Will that, Peter, also be provided to alternates?
Yes, anyone who is newly appointed, including the alternates, will be invited to that. So as soon as we have that information, we'll be able to schedule that.
Terrific, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for the question. So those are the things I'd like to highlight from the report. I'm happy to answer any questions or clarify anything if there's desire.
All right, great. You guys, any questions? Perfect. All right, moving on. Number 5, information.
Nobody has any questions?
Does anyone have any questions about the information? Oh, there she is.
Oh, Jen does.
Chair, if I may, I was going to say a little bit about the item related to the new legislation related to the Brown Act, if that's okay.
That'd be great. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I can't be there in person today. I'm Jennifer Gore. I serve as general counsel for the library. It's great to see so many of your new faces. So welcome to everybody. I wish I could be there in person to meet many of you, but it's the first meeting of the year, and so we thought might be a good time to take advantage of the meeting to give you an update on some changes related to the Brown Act that allow for Brown Act provisions related to remote meetings that took effect as of January 1st. And so in response to the governor's prior announcement regarding his intent to roll back the COVID-19 state of emergency, the legislature did approve a new section of the Brown Act. So in addition to the pre-pandemic provisions that allow for teleconferencing, which the library's been relying on since April, there is a new section that allows for unplanned participation via teleconference in emergency circumstances and when there is what's called just cause. Just cause examples of just cause under the new statute are childcare issues, a contagious illness, travel while you're on the public's business. And so there are a number of requirements in order to use those provisions, including that you have to announce at the beginning of the meeting what your qualifying circumstances are. If it's an emergency, the board has to vote to allow you to participate on an emergency basis. And then it also limits the number of times you can participate remotely if it's not pre-planned. So that in the case of our board, which meets 12 times a year on average, you would only be able to participate that way twice. And then it's also important to note, though, that in order for anyone to participate remotely when it's unplanned, there has to be a quorum that is there in person meeting. So instances of where we're having a teleconference meeting and we don't have a quorum present at the Board of Supervisors chambers, people would not be able to take advantage of this. So there are a number of specific requirements. If you have any questions, there's more detail in the staff report so that you had something to reference back to, but we just wanted to give you that little update. So, thank you. Thank you.
Any other questions, guys? All right, move on. Number 6, consent.
Item 6, consent calendar.
Do I have a motion?
Mr. Chair, if there are no public speakers addressing the authority on consent and no questions by my colleagues, I'd move consent.
Second. Can I have roll call, please?
Chair. Oh, sorry.
Did we get a second?
Yeah.
Does Director Valenzuela have a question or comment?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you. Sorry, I was struggling on the mobile device here. I just wanted to make a note that I'll abstain just because I only learned of this meeting a couple hours ago, so haven't read the items, but there's no issue for me on my abstention. Thank you.
And I will recuse from item 6.1 on the action summary, given that I was not in attendance at that meeting.
Katie Valenzuela.
Abstain.
Rob Brewer. Pat Hume.
Aye.
Karina Talamontes.
Abstain.
Garrett Gatewood.
Yes.
Kevin Spees.
Aye.
Mai Vang.
Yes.
Patrick Kennedy.
Aye.
Phil Cerna.
Aye.
Rich Desmond.
Aye.
Katie Maple.
Aye.
Sean Laloe.
Aye.
Sean Farmer. Sue Frost.
Aye.
Tim Schaefer.
Aye.
Chinua Rhodes.
Aye.
Motion passes with 12 members.
Awesome. All right. Let's move on to action item number 7, which is electing the new chair and vice chair. I'm just really excited that everyone's here. I'm just going to mention that one more time. Just over the moon. Item 7, do you want to go ahead and read that?
Item 7.1, election of board chair and vice chair for 2023.
All right. So I want to start off by I'd like to put forward for vice chair Katrina Calamantes. I think I nailed that.
Second.
And then let's get did you want to do the chair? You want to figure out what the chair is going to be?
Well, I don't know if we can combine it with a motion, but I know I'm vice chair, and I'm not going to be able to serve as chair this year, but I'd like to nominate Director Frost to serve as chair. And if you want to.
Awesome.
So take those as two separate motions, or could we just make them one motion if the maker of the motion is okay with?
Yeah, I'd like to combine them all like they did at the county.
So Karina Talamantes and Sue Frost.
Yes. Tag team.
Katie Valenzuela.
Yes.
Rob Brewer. Pat Hume.
Aye.
Karina Talamantes.
Aye.
Garrett Gatewood.
Heck yeah.
Kevin Spees.
Aye.
Mai Vang.
Yes.
Patrick Kennedy.
Aye.
Bill Cerna.
Aye.
Rich Desmond.
Aye.
Katie Maple.
Aye.
Sean Malloy.
Aye.
Sean Farmer. Sue Frost.
Aye.
Tim Schaefer.
Aye.
Chinua Rhodes.
Aye.
Motion passes with 14 members.
Excellent. All right. So any reports or ideas or questions?
Excuse me.
Oh, go ahead, Sue.
Chair Gatewood, I just wanted to thank you for your leadership during the last year. You bring a special sense of levity to the board and keep us entertained, but you're also very inspirational, and I want to thank you for your chairmanship.
Thank you. Brevity and leadership. That's awesome. Oh, Phil, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. This is directed at our executive director. As I assume other directors have been receiving a cascade of emails, form emails, over the last several weeks concerning the McClatchy Library. I would like to, especially since I'm now formally retired from the California Resources Board due to term limits, and will have much more direct presence on this authority board in the months and years to come. I'd like to have a briefing if that's appropriate, Peter. I don't know if others have made the same request, or if you've offered to brief individually board members, but I don't feel like I have enough background information on what's at issue to be able to respond intelligently to what many constituents have been providing in the form of these form emails as of late.
Mr. Cerner, yeah, happy to share information, and we can certainly arrange a time to do that. I know that we have some information we can share, and I can reach out to the rest of the members to see if there's desire for a group effort or one-on-one. We're happy to do that.
Yeah, if you want, I'd be open to a group meeting if others are, that it doesn't constitute a quorum, obviously. So.
Sure, happy to do so. Happy to do so.
Great, thank you.
We'll make those arrangements shortly.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Ms. Calamantes.
So I just wanted to thank Supervisor Cerna for allowing me to serve on the library board when I was a school trustee for the last 4 years, and looking forward to being here at the library board again for my 5th year now, and as vice chair as my capacity as a council member. So thank you. I'm looking forward to working with you guys.
And happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
22. Nice. Before we adjourn this meeting, I just want to say thank you, Peter, to you guys and Jared and your amazing staff. It's made the year easy for me. I mean, I joke a lot, but that's only because there's no one here. And sorry, that was no. I just want to say thank you for what you did. Thank you for making it so easy. I remember when these meetings used to go 1 to 2 hours, and now they're 30 minutes because you have such a good control. You're easily one of the best decisions we had was filling in those big shoes of Rivka, and you've really taken it on. So thank you for what you did. Thank you for supporting us, and thank you for keeping the libraries at the stage they are. All right, and at that...
Director Schaefer has his hand raised.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to take a moment just to thank everyone that I served on the board here with. I won't be joining you for the next year. I have appointed Jane Taft to represent Citrus Heights. I just I've been on the board for 2 years. I've enjoyed it very much and learned a lot. And one of my most enjoyable experiences was being on the committee to hire our current director, Peter Coyle. And for those of you who were on that committee, you might get this, but I came to this library board without a library card. And now I have one.
Uh-oh. I kind of see it.
Can't really see it, sorry. It's the Zoom thing. But anyway, I have a library card. I'll be using it, and I very much appreciate all the interaction and all the learning that I've experienced in the last few years. So thank you so much.
Any other hands in Zoom? Awesome. Meeting adjourned.
Recording stop.